Greetings, Knights of YouTube. I am your Lord Commander, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones mod. Indeed, we return at long last to the lands of Westeros here in our newest Dynasty challenge. Indeed, we will be playing as the Dynasty of the Hound. This is House Hasting of the Riverlands. Now, in this Dynasty Legacy Challenge, we are actually playing as a duo of brothers. Of course, one will take the main stage, whereas the second one will be more for roleplay purposes. But the intention is to utilize both of them and their unique personalities while we're making our decisions throughout this playthrough. Now, their father, Bernard Hastings, was a cruel and sadistic man. He showed no love nor loyalty to anyone but himself and for the sweet, sweet embrace of warfare on the battlefield. Even when returning victorious, he found enemies amongst his sons and would constantly berate them, beat them. He was a cruel man and a cruel father. But he was slain in combat, finally vanquished when a roaming band of wildlings came so far south and cut him down in combat. Now free from the shackles of their cruel father, Lord Dalton does in fact inherit the lands of Gaines. But he will not be following in his father's footsteps. No, he is not much the martialistic man or a great fighter, much like his father was. Instead, he has a mind for stewardship. He believes that true freedom lies in building a life for yourself brick by brick through good work and hard labor. Meanwhile, the younger brother, Daemon Hastings, believes that true freedom lies on the battlefield, when your life is but an inch away from being taken. Where a man's choices become the difference between life and death for himself and for others, there, on that field of battle, he is closer to heaven than he shall ever be. Now, despite the clear differences in how they lead their own lives, the Hounds of Hasting are bond through blood, brotherhood, and loyalty. Where once the Crimson Hound of Hasting was seen as an omen of war, it is now seen as a testament to loyalty and brotherhood and kinship. The Lord Dalton will never make a decision that dishonors his younger brother, and the younger brother will never strike out against any foe without the word of his Lord Dalton. Now, whatever life has in store for them going forward, lads, one thing remains certain. The Hounds of Hasting will face it head on, with crimson courage. Indeed, lads, now here we are within the heart of the Riverlands. Here at the, I think it's between like the red and the green fork, I'm pretty sure. I think this is the green fork, actually, so I don't know. The red and the yellow fork, something like that. But anyway, lads, we are here within our new castle. This is the Crimson Keep. It is quite cool. It was originally named Strong Keep or something like that, which I thought was kind of basic because, you know, the whole lordship is named Gaines. And then this was even called Mighty Point, which I thought was really funny. So we're quite literally the Lord of Gaines, lads. Always Gaines. Anyway, but I did since rename our capital to the Crimson Keep, not because we're envious of the Red Keep, but because our ambitions are to build something quite equally as magnificent within our tiny little sliver of land here. Now, Mighty Keep I also renamed Houndtooth. I believe it's also like a pattern, or it's like Hound's Tooth, I'm pretty sure. Whatever the case. I thought it was pretty cool though. Like, it really is just a tooth, you know? And we are, in fact, the Crimson Hound of Hasting. So I thought it was a pretty cool little nod there. I did keep the lordship name of Gaines though. I don't know why. I kind of enjoy that. So House Hasting of Gaines, which I think is pretty cool. That being said, we do have a pretty stacked council. There are plenty of people that our father met in his adventure when we were still the Hounds of Hasting, which was the mercenary company name. But we are now since veteran adventurers. Our mother is still alive. Oh, she doesn't have the trait though. That's sad. Okay. Yeah, but our brother does. So I don't know why I didn't add to her, but I guess it is what it is. Yeah. But our father was slain in a duel by Magnar Ulf of the Then Band of Krich. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, but he will not be missed. Indeed, our younger brother, Sir Damon Hastings, is actually our master at arms. He's got a whopping 25 prowess and 22 martial skills. He's actually a bit of a badass. He is brave, authoritative, and a bit wrathful. He still kind of has a chip on his shoulder from the way he was treated by our father in the past. But it's okay. We both, in fact, have the loyal trait here. We did so, or I added it because I wanted like that bit of extra roleplay, you know? So it's going to make it a lot more detrimental for us to do things against one another or against our liege lords. I wanted the hound to actually mean something and that have an applicable, like, in-game mechanic that holds us accountable in a way. So that loyalty trait is what's gonna do that for us. Now, we are, in fact, the faith of the old and the new, rather than just being the faith of the seven here in the Riverlands, which is going to be quite difficult. I figured it would be a pretty interesting challenge, considering they do have strong believers. So the people of this culture are particularly zealous and dedicated to their faith. Yeah, opinion of different faiths is immediately minus 15. So we have minus 15 opinion modifiers with everybody who has the strong believers trait, thanks to the Riverlander culture. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge in and of itself. But all in all, I think it's just going to add to the playthrough altogether. So I'm really excited. Now, part of me was considering making Damon Lord of Houndtooth, but I don't think that should be the case. I don't think it's really that necessary. We do have a 4-domain holding limit, so we have the ability to construct another castle here and just continue to play tall in our early stages here. But anyway, lads. So that is the Lord Damon of Hastings. He is a skilled tactician. He has the Forder Commander trait, which is going to help out a lot, considering we're here in the Riverlands. He's obviously a knight, loyal, veteran adventurer. He does have the Hail trait. Our father was in fact robust, and now he's got the the same level of strength, or at least a kindling of the same level of strength as our father. And then of course he is a formidable fighter. I do believe he also has a squire. Yeah, Horace Hawley, who's a 16-year-old, which I think is going to be great. Good opportunities there. Now, as for the Lord Dalton of Hastings himself, now he is a bit stubborn and just, and also temperate. He grew up very much like not needing anything, not wanting anything, kind of wanting to give back to people because he saw how much bad was being dealt by his own father. He got a lot of these traits, both the stubbornness and the temperate traits, from his mother. Probably because he spent more time with her in their childhood, or in his childhood, which is fine. He also learned the ways of being a fortune builder through stewardship learning with her as well. He is also a knight, however, so he is not completely helpless. He does still have 20 prowess and 13 martial, which is pretty impressive. But all in all, not bad. He does have the loyalist and the veteran adventurer trait as well. Now, one thing that I noticed while I was going through the game mechanics and everything, you can arrange an introduction to potential love interests. Now, keep in mind, it's not just spouses, but love interests, for the sake of falling in love and shit, which I think is pretty interesting. But I think we're gonna hold off for now. Look at this coat of arms. Heaps down. House Knoll. We find, we fight, we feast. That's pretty cool. Of the rills. That's a badass coat of arms. Is that a boar? Or is that a wolf? Because that's pretty fucking sick. That's crazy. They straight up copied my idea. My hound holding the sword. That's crazy. You fuckers. That's insane. Anyway, lads. That is neither here nor there. There's also this mechanic. I don't know if this is part of any of the mods that I have included, or if it's just something they added in, like the devs added to the base mod of AGOT. But you can now proclaim a dynastic nickname. The great houses of the realm are intrinsically tied to their sigils. It is time for us to adopt the cloak of a symbol through which we will be recognized across the realm. Nice. Know me. The great houses boast of their wolves, their lions, their krakens and bridges, each convinced their sigil marks them as unmatched. yet their symbols are no more than boast and bluster. Our house shall be different. Our banner will inspire fear in our foes and awe in our allies. From this day forth, House Hastings shall be remembered for its association with... The word selected... I believe it's supposed to say word. The word selected will be used in several templates to provide dynastic nicknames for your house. Examples being the black X, the red X, blah blah blah. So, for the best results, select a noun. That being said, we're going to go with Hound. That way, if we, just randomly get a nickname during ABCXYZ, it'll be like, the Black Hound or the Red Hound, stuff like that. The Bloody Hound, stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool. I like it. Gains Dynasty nickname. Hell yeah, dude. Let them know our name. That's pretty cool. Anyway, lads. Otherwise, nothing too crazy going on. We are still playing with the Sundry mod, which allows us to change our arsenal and our wardrobe. I think for now I kind of have basic stuff on. Actually, I think I'm wearing the Crownlander armor. I'll have Westerman armor. No. Yeah, because then it's going to give us the Highland armor, which has the weird breastplate where it's like just a straight up triangle out of the chest, which I don't like. So... as for the wardrobe, I think what we currently have on is fine, so I'm not too worried about that. Otherwise, let's go ahead and invite some more knights. I don't want to recruit for a court position just yet, because we're not making as much money as we should. But that is quite all right. Now, we do have the potential to make an alliance with our uncle. Yeah, who's the brother of our mom, Calera Greysteel, who's also a riverman. They're actually down this way. Yeah, an Old Honor. That's pretty cool. House Greysteel of Old Honor. Through a devoted mind, prosperity. Yeah, we're going to negotiate an alliance. And my brother Damon can also marry. Marvelous. My dear nephew, I am honored by your request, and I would be glad to call you an ally. Signed, Lord Artos. Thanks. A knight has arrived. Boric the Brute. Nice. Yeah, we don't have any court positions right now, and we're actually spending too much money than we can afford, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Sir Stannis Yella can be our Master-at-Arms. I mean, I don't want to start paying these people just yet. I think we need to hold off and start making some more money first and foremost. I also believe it would be a good idea for us to... think about expanding our territories as well. So we have other, like, one county titles here. So, like, Warrens of Speckle Keep. Yeah. And then House Chambers of Brandstone. And then across the river here, we have Lancewood as well. House Deadings. So already, that's 4 counties that we can take without having to enter into an open war against any of these major high lordships, right? The only issue is potential allies that they may have. For right now, it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, and then there's all of these guys up here as well. So kind of the same situation. A bunch of, single county holdings that are free for the taking. Yeah, pretty cool. Not bad. That being said, I do believe we're going to go ahead and start fabricating a claim on certain counties. So even if, like, I know that kind of works against Dalton's mindset. You know, you got to build your life, not take somebody else's, basically. But we have to start thinking about our future as well. As of right now, we can't afford to build a life for ourselves because we're not making enough money. So, for the time being, we will super speed this with the hopes of making as much money as quickly as possible, considering we're only getting +1 per month, which is grand. Also, the peaks are at war. The peak uprising is going on right now. Clearly, they're getting their asses whooped by by the Targaryen dynasty. That's amazing. Good for them. Ooh. My dear brother, I come asking your leave to marry a maiden by the name of Alana. You undoubtedly have other plans for me, but I assure you she is a learned woman who could perhaps serve as your tutor. As your loyal brother, I confidently request you assent and allow us to be properly wed. Signed, Damon. Oh, great heavens. I mean, she does have some really good traits. She's a bit cynical for my taste, but otherwise, I think she's okay. She's a wandering nobody, basically. Damn it, Damon. This was not the move. Refused permission for marriage. I'm sorry. No, I can't. I can't allow it. Sorry, dude. Alright, so to keep him from doing anything else dumb like that, let's find him a proper spouse. Alright, so he has the Hail trait, so let's find him someone who has inheritable traits that can add to the bloodline. So this is, I don't know if y'all could tell, another like family-oriented kind of playthrough. Obviously, we're starting off with the split stewardship and martial prowess here, but essentially the goal is to try and like build up a strong family, basically, or a strong and competent family, I suppose you could say. There's a whole lot of nobodies around here. Who are all these unlanded individuals? Ambitious, just, and gregarious. House Corn, ever upward, ever onward. Yeah, so that's a Crownlander house. It's some decent traits. The dwarf trait here is not going to serve us well. She's also 31, so I don't think so. But she had brave, stubborn, stuff like that. It would be funny to see this big, tall man married to a shorter woman, but I don't think so. How is it this 7-year-old has so many goddamn traits already? That's actually kind of badass. Stewardship focus, huh? Sure. Let's get them betrothed. They will accept congenital traits. Yeah. House Ehrenford will accept. So let's get that betrothal going. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. But I must put your heart and your needs aside for that of, you know, for that of the family. Clearly, inheritable traits are going to be something horrendously awful to try and find. Interesting. Yeah, I'll need to I'll need to marry pretty quickly. There's a Stark that we can marry. And what's crazy is she is a Stark Blackwood because her mother is Melantha Blackwood. Yeah, they don't like me enough. That's right. Darn. It'd be cool if we could get the Blackwoods to agree to something. Black Betha Blackwood, who's married to Prince Aegon. Duncan the Small, Jaehaerys, and Shera Targaryen. Yeah. And of course, they're all wed to each other, which helps absolutely nothing. Yeah. I figured that might have been the case. Yeah, so the tier difference is just a little too much, I think, which makes sense. That's also going to be an interesting little challenge for us, I think. Because it means that we won't be able to just jump the gun and immediately get wed to, like, princesses and regents and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Doesn't look like there's anybody, really, that can be wed. I know that there's a... Oh, well. Not her. I would hope. Look at young Walder Frey. Without any children yet. Holy shit. Ain't that something? Damn. Damn, he wed a Royce girl. How did he manage that? There we go. Lady Gara Ryder. Skilled tactician. Not bad. Yeah, her traits aren't terrible. Lady Gara. Arrange an introduction. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it for the Lady Gara. Nice. An introduction. The invitation has been accepted and Gara is on her way to the Crimson Keep. There is much to prepare. This could be my future wife coming to meet me after all, or perhaps I will end up disliking her on sight and send her home the moment the visit ends. The choice is always, as always, is mine. Time to prepare. That's interesting. I've never done this before, so this is going to be a cool learning opportunity for us. Oh no, Garen is sick. Yeah, the Lordship of Speckleplum. See it done. Oh, I'm broke now. Ah, yay. That's cool. Forgot about that. Forgot it costs money to do shit in this game. Fuck. The arrival. Gara finally arrived at Crimson Keep early in the day, and so I made my way to greet her in person and to command the servants to house her procession after their tiresome journey. She seemed pleased to see me, and I thought I detected a note of approval in her face as she sized me up. If Gara likes the idea of the match, I don't know why I'm dyslexic today, sorry. That will surely make the coming visit that much easier for both of us to bear. The actual introduction will begin in 2 days, where we will spend time alone and get to know each other better. Let's see how this goes, shall we? The next day. When the morning arrives, Gara presents herself in the throne room, primped and preened and ready to spend the day with me. She appears nervous, which is understandable considering the eyes of the entire court are on her. If she has any reservations, she at least has the grace not to let her let them show. Great. As for me, I doubt my expression is as schooled, yet I can't say I'm entirely certain how the day will go any better than she does. While the court watches, I step forward and take her out of the chamber. My plan is to spend the day on a long hike. The introduction is about to begin. Nice. 77%, she is charmed. 22%, Dalton does not make a good impression. 86% Dalton is charmed by Gara. Interesting. Let's see how it goes. A fine beginning. The day spent in Gara's company turned out to be a fine one. We roamed the lands immediately around Crimson Keep, while I pointed out various historical sites. The primary point, of course, was to talk, and we did talk. Gara appeared to enjoy herself immensely, and we spoke at length about the future and what we hoped to get out of it. Despite knowing that watchful eyes were everywhere, I think we both felt somehow at ease. As the sun began to wane, it became clear to me this is a woman I could marry, and I'm certain she felt the same. But I'm not a woman! The real question, then, is what do I want? I've changed my mind. Call this off. No, yeah, I think I found my match. To the serene Dalton, I accept your marriage proposal. You will be joined with my kinswoman Gara in holy matrimony. May the old gods grant you long life and many children. That is... It's Finn Rider. That's awesome. We can't, chronic headaches? Aw, Finn. That sucks. Sorry, dude. Can't be allies, can we? Finn Rider? Nice. So now I am also wed. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and try and romance our wife as well. Yeah, declaration of love. Just gonna go with my gut in the moment. Your words are pretty, Lord Dalton, and I am grateful for them. Perhaps the bonds of our matrimony will become bonds of love in time. Perhaps we shall see. Yours in faith, Gara. Nice! That bodes well. Not bad. Now I know what y'all are thinking. Oh, there he goes again, trying to romance his wife, seduce his wife. Yes, but this is a family challenge. Family-oriented challenge, lads. What better way to have multiple children with the woman you're married with than if she loves you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we gotta start making money though. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, if I'm being honest. R&R. Low-key, we might just have to wait it out, but I'm also hoping there's activities nearby that we can jump in on. Yeah, grand activities, unavailable activities. Fuck. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything really going on nearby. Otherwise, I would have jumped on it. Some minor wars going on over here. The Valarians out here doing shit. Animal companions. A loyal dog will make an excellent companion. Get her a dog. Pregnancy. Hey. How lovely. Greetings, my serene liege. Sir Darren Darkwood. I come asking your leave to marry a woman by the name of Joyeuse, who is part of Lord Robert's court. I'm aware this means she would come to Crimson Keep, but I assure you she is a woman who is loyal, and I will never let you down. As your loyal subject, I confidently request you grant me permission to approach her liege, so we might be properly wed. Signed, Darren of House Darkwood. This might be one of dear old dad's companions. Joyeuse. Okay. Trusting and compassionate. You know what? Permission granted. You're not disappointing me. You're disappointing your own father, so I don't care. The request. Lady Gara, let me prove my devotion to you in any way you deem fit. Gara ponders the request for a while before her face lights up. You should be able to sustain yourself on nothing but your love for me for many days. It's giving, would you still love me if I were a worm? And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, okay. Slightly starved for 2 years. Fuck it, let's try. You managed to avoid sustenance. Gained 150 prestige from that. True dedication. It's good to see Damon so dedicated as of late towards his duties and responsibilities as the future ruler of Gaines. He attends court, meets with my council to keep us to date on the lordship's affairs, and even tours the countryside regularly to stay abreast of commoners' concerns. It's all I can do to convince him to take a break. Nice. Yeah, stewardship increases by 1. Good for him. Unpleasant pleasantries, Master Alphador of Wakeside. I'm attending a dance in Gaines to spend some time with Lady Gara. The mere thought of touching hands makes my heart jump. But when I arrive, I find her stuck in a conversation with my vassal, Master Alphador. The evil man drones on and on, totally oblivious to Gara's discomfort. Yeah, spineless villain indeed. Chronic headaches for 10 years, yikes. Gains kindness. Yeah, enough. You are boring the lady to death. You fucking loser. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. You know what I'm realizing? I also don't have any kind of military. Oh, shit. Clearly, when we became landed, our father's troops did not become our own. Some of the knights, sure. Damn, she got big pregnant. My marriage to Gara has had its ups and downs, but lately things have been different. There have been arguments, mostly about minor things. We're literally in the middle of romancing each other. Jesus. But some of these have elevated into screaming matches, and for the life of me I can't figure out why. Things had been going so well, and I've done nothing more than my best to win her heart. As I watch her now from the doorway of her bedchambers, I wonder if the time hasn't come to resolve this once and for all, or if the attempt would only end up in yet another fight and worsen the divide. No, time has come. Scheme successful. What a relief. Gara was hesitant to speak at first, but at my urging eventually confessed that the frayed atmosphere was a response to her doubts about our marriage, our future, and what the real meaning was behind all my attempts to court a woman who, by all accounts, was already mine. I assured her as plainly as I could that the courting held no ulterior motive. I wanted our marriage to be a happy one. It was as simple as that. Her face brightened at my words, her relief palpable, and afterwards we talked. For hours and hours it seemed, long into the night. We held hands and expressed words to each other we hadn't dared beforehand. Not all marriages are filled with love, it's true. Now, ours is. Nice. Soulmates. Hell yeah, brother. New stewardship perk. Newborn daughter, Beryl Hastings. Not Beryl. Jesus. Can we name her Allah after my serene mother? Aw. A lovely idea. Allah Hastings. Allah? Allah? Ayla? Hergold. Professional workforce. Yeah, I want to get War Profiteer. Excuse me. So that I can start making money even if we do go to war. Clearly, we're not going to go to war anytime soon because we can't afford to pay our military. We actually don't have a military. It's just a band of peasants, basically. Which is bloody fantastic. Yeah, they have 120 bargemen. Their men-at-arms are going to tear us up. So, clearly, we may have missed an opportunity here. Oh, actually, Warren's the insubordinate. Love that. Has no men-at-arms at all either. So, at least there's that. I wonder, however, hooks you hold. Can I demand a payment for hooks? Ah, my wife falls pregnant once more. Beautiful. While I am very happy with my daughter... Hey, look, Lord Stefan of House Tully. Greetings, my serene vassal. I would like for your young daughter and heir, Allah Hastings, to be raised by Alvin, a most skillful guardian. Alvin. No. What the fuck? For what reason? No. Sorry, dude. Yeah, declined guardianship. Yeah, fuck you, dude. An invitation to the hunt. I shall accept. Yeah, I can't afford to hire anybody, so we're just gonna walk, basically. Delayed by 21 days? Nah, it's just a little cough. Oh, no change. Yikes. Soon, my friends, soon. A pack of pests. Lord Osmond went. Lord Stefan's master of the hunt summons the party to gather as the light reaches the camp in the hills near Heather Sage. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. The pack is a nuisance, scavenging from farms and retreating deep into the woods. Ultimately, Lord Stefan decided he wanted to hunt a wolf today. Let's get out there. Cornering the wolf, my fellow vassal Lord Thorin signals across the valley. The whole wolf pack crouches in a hollow not far off. The beasts bolt up on our approach, howling the alarm as they retreat into the leafy bushes, fangs snarling. Lord Stefan takes off after the beast, crying, "Come, it's getting away! Let's go, my friends!" Cornering the wolf, we can hardly keep up with the blasted beast as it darts and weaves through the leafy bushes, howling wildly. Scaling a rise and disappearing into a dense thicket, the wolf is gone as quickly as it appeared, with only panting dogs and sweaty horses to show for it. Damn, the hunt failed. Empty-handed. Gained the trait Hunter, though. Cool. Lord Jeremy gathers the disappointed party and exhausted hounds for the trip home. Yeah, Lord Jeremy Mallister. Well, that sucks. Let's get the hell out of here. Lord Benefer's hunt. Hey, Benefer Blackwood. Yeah, let's get off. Or let's head off, I guess, is what I meant to say. Not get off. There we go. Visit the Great Dead Weirwood. Crazy. Soon, my friends, soon. Nice. Good prospects. Robert Blackwood. Robert assembles the party as the sun rises over the hunting grounds nestled in Raventree Hall's flatlands. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes. Yeah, we're gonna hunt a stag today. Let's get out there. Damn, people are getting sick. Wildflowers. Yeah, get back on your horse. Yeah, they're off picking flowers and shit. Silly bastards. Are you practicing witchcraft? Stocked Medicus. Interesting. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, under my wing, Lord Stefan. My party and I stalk through the copse, eyes peeled for any sign of a stag. From the canopy above, a soft twittering spills forth, growing louder as we advance. It is a nestling screeching for its mother. An agile huntsman brings down a fluffy Aes, an unfledged raptor chick from the oak. What luck. Only young birds caught in the wild can be properly trained to hunt. Interesting. I'm not gonna kiss ass. I may be loyal, but I'm not a kiss ass. Nice. Let's get after it, lads. The kill. The exhausted, panicked animal has turned to bay, struggling to stand and snorting in panic. Lord Benefer hefts his spear and cautiously moves towards the exhausted animal. Lord Benefer chooses his moment carefully, plunging his blade deep into its heart. A fine kill. Nice. It got away? What the fuck? I thought we got it. That's so dumb. I thought he killed it. Alrighty, lads. So not only do we just randomly have 1,000 levies, which is great. I think it's because we're no longer in debt. But our enemy is also ill with no allies and no men-at-arms. So, we outnumber them by 300 men and three knights. I think now would be the perfect opportunity to push our claim over the lordship of Speckled Plum. We declare war. Do it. Raise the armies. My brother will lead the charge, lads. Get on out there, brother. Nice. A smashing victory. Ah, and it's so simple. And Lord Balder, the insubordinate, now sits within our dungeons, and we enforce our demands. Balder the insubordinate warrens. So be it. Disband our armies, and just like that, Speckle Plum belongs to us. Speckle Keep. Yikes. I definitely don't want to keep that name. That's crazy. God's Muck is an awful name for a temple, I think. It's currently being held by a Septon Magor. Yeah, the Sept of God's Muck. That's interesting. But yeah, there's Speckle Keep, and then there's actually one more holding that we can construct as well, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, this castle is dog shit. There's literally nothing going on down here in these in these lands over here. So that's pretty interesting. Lady Jania Chambers. Royce Chambers. Well, at least we're back to making money right now, it seems. So that's not bad. Yeah, meritocracy. You could get Herigold. That should be fine. We're already kind of making the max amount that we can make. We just gotta wait until our coffers increase, and then we can spend that money on buildings for our holdings to make us more money. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad, but it's definitely not where we need to be. So we will absolutely be working towards that goal in the long run, unfortunately for us. Sweet smiles and little lies, a la Hastings. She's the charmer. She's quite the charmer. Interesting. Yeah, let's make her a diplomat, because I don't believe in utilizing intrigue in this family. Of course, going forward, that might change depending on who the current head of the household is, but as of right now, Lord Dalton is not somebody who believes in utilizing intrigue at all, actually. That might be difficult to try and justify going forward, considering the goal is to try and get all of our house members to have the loyal trait. Even if we got to use cheat mode to make it happen, I think it would just be a really interesting way to hold everybody accountable. Imagine a future lord or lady of House Hastings dies of stress because they broke their own loyalty rule and started utilizing intrigue to murder and scheme their way to the top and shit like that. That'd be pretty interesting, lads. The plot thickens indeed. Yeah, I can't believe I have 2 daughters. That's crazy. 2 daughters. No. No, god damn it. No. This is awful. The Sunset Plague. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. In Brightwater. Ah, it's down here. Oh, what? I thought that was it. Jesus. Oh my god. No. How could you? This is awful. Summon a Meister. Somebody please. Fucking help me. This is awful. I hate this. How do I do this? Somebody help me. There we go. Control the plagues. Advanced research. Yeah, that's fine. I guess it's fine. Crying in the club. Alright, I just want to watch it spread. Oh, Jesus, fuck. Oh my god. It already infected the Iron Islands. It's already jumped on a ship. It's so close. It's so close to our lands. No, please. Leave me be. Stick to the coastlines. Galera, breaking fast with a friend. Yeah, the true sin would be letting this opportunity pass. There, we made a friend with Galera. Wife falls pregnant once more. Ay, ay, ay. It's so close to gains, dude. Ah, it's there. It's in our lands. Yep. Yep. Enter seclusion. The whole family enters seclusion. Lock the door. Isolate the capital. Do it, you fools. The great spring sickness is upon us, lads. Oh my god, I was right there. Holy shit. No. That's so awful. Shadow over Gaines. The streets of Gaines have turned silent. The stranger has cast its plague over the once thriving metropolis. Black pustulous bubbles cover the skin of the infected, filled with a foul liquid that emits bad air when popped. Already people are calling this affliction the Great Spring Sickness, and it is happening on my own doorstep. There is nary a soul in town who hasn't been beset by this terrible disease, and it continues to creep towards the noble class fast. Yeah, summon a meister! Desperate measures. A softer approach. Safe treatment, riskier treatment. Let's do the safe treatment. Success! It would seem the moderate approach has proven successful with a slow in-spread of disease symptoms among the commoners. Though the impact is quite minimal, it should at least grant more time to work on a more permanent solution. Grant. Oh god. Help me, Maester, help me. Yeah, the whole of Gaines. The whole of the Reach. Dorne is completely independent as of right now. Or, are they? No, they're still part of the Seven Kingdoms. But they have been entirely untouched by the plague thus far. Lucky bastards. I think it's time for a vacation to Dorne, guys. What do you think? Iron Islands are closer, but obviously that's not gonna fucking help us. Oh, great heavens! The God's Eye. Thieves Guild? Oh, Lord. He left my court. Aw, who's my chancellor? It's alright. We have Sir Horace Holly, which is good. So he could be my new chancellor for now. My castellan. Yeah, my steward. Everybody's working hard. Yeah, everybody's working hard. The Traveling Maester. Sure. Greetings, my serene liege. I come asking for your leave to marry a woman by the name of Patricia Werrell. Interesting. Okay. Bold lackey. I'm aware she is but a woman with no liege, but I assure you she is a learned woman who could perhaps serve as your tutor. As your loyal subject, I thus insist you assent and allow us to be properly wed. You know what, Scanwell? You're a good man. You're a rational man. Nihilist, perhaps. But I see no reason not to grant you this permission. You may wed this woman. Truly illuminating conversation. Traveling Maester. Okay, so Dorne, the North, and the Vale are just completely fine. That's cool. Love that for us. Bastards. Yeah, I believe this piece is the more lucrative choice. A successful haggle. I know that's right. Ornamented raven figurine. Good for us. And we got a stewardship perk. Let me teach you a couple of things. Oh, my guest falls ill. Jamie, no. The spring sickness. Fuck a duck. I mean, don't do that. I'm pretty sure that's illegal, but you get it. All right, let's get this professional workforce. We have basically all three of the perks that we need to be able to start building shit, but none of the money to actually start building shit. Ain't that some shit? There's a grand tournament. Yeah, notify when I can join tournaments, because I didn't get the fucking notification, and now it's going to be too late. That sucks. There was literally a grand tournament in the Red Keep itself. Like, that would have been the perfect opportunity to go out and get some shit done. Old tales, a la Hastings. My gait slows as I approach a room. I fancy I can hear a voice. Yes, there it is. I spy my mother, Calera, grandly holding her grandchild, Ala, enraptured with a story. I listen in as well, catching only a stray passage. Calera is recounting some tales from a life well lived, and the stories of times both new and old clearly rings very true with Ala, whose mouth hangs excitedly agape. Mind if I join in this circle? You gain elder advice for 15 years. This is sweet. Best leave him to it. No, I want to join in too. Your newborn son has been born. I have a son now. Look at the fiery red hair of House Hasting. Ooh, Argoth. It says it's an ancestor name. Argoth Hasting. That's kind of badass. I kind of like that. It's not quite what I was looking for. I definitely don't want to name him Brennard after our father, because fuck that guy. Lionel Argoth. There it is again. Oswin, John. Ooh, Hendry. Hendry Hasting. That's a good, strong name, I think. Oh, complications after childbirth. Oh, fertility minus 25% for a year. Oh, my beloved spouse. I'm sorry. I'm sorry this happened. That's so sad. But Hendry, my boy. Time to get you properly educated. Meanwhile, my daughters continue to grow strong. My firstborn, she's 5. My younger one, she is 4. We'll make her the steward as well. She may not be the next. God damn, 1,300 people have died. An abundant harvest. It has been particularly it's been a good year. It's been a good year for the farmers of Gaines, and this harvest is the richest in years. A kind of exuberance has spread amongst the small folk as they look forward to fuller bellies and finer things for the rest of the year. But some of my shrewder counselors have suggested, discreetly of course, that I might appropriate the surplus and put it to better use. I can certainly think of 1 or 2 good uses these resources could be put towards, but should I do it? Warriors are the strength of the realm. Set the excess aside as military supplies. Well-provisioned armies for 5 years. As lord of these lands, I'm entitled to any surplus yields. Yeah, the small folks should reap the benefits of their hard work. Abundant harvest. Holding taxes plus 10%? I'll fucking take it, brother. My counselor died. Garen, no. I think it's because of the plague. Like, it genuinely has to be. Fuck, man. Look at that. Oh, my God. The pyres. Oh, my God. They added funeral pyres. Mass graves to the map. Dude, what the fuck? There's a cart. There's piles of them, and then they're burning piles. Oh, my God. Yeah, at risk of plague. Isolated capital. Everybody's mad. County control is going way, way down. I can't control the plagues. Peasant rabble targeting me. Fuck. There's a grand wedding for the Lord Lennox. No. Dead Marsh. He's a 71-year-old man marrying a 21-year-old. I think not. Thanks for the opportunity, but no. I need this great spring sickness to fuck off. I'm mad that the Vale and the North and Dorne are completely untouched by it so far. Alright, we are still officially... Or we are now officially in a deficit. So we started off in debt, and now we're losing money per month as well. Because of the great spring sickness. My physician is increasing his knowledge, which is really good. Or my maester is increasing his knowledge in being a physician. I have low county control, which means no money. Oh, Sir Horace, no! Oh, that's so sad. Alright, Sir Horton Thanders will now take over. Oh my god, why have I not had my spouse assisting me in shit? So 13, 13, and 25, and then 21 prowess is definitely not bad. Great spring sickness is finally dissipating. Thank the gods. Thank the old gods and the new. Get out of my lands, damn you, please. My lord, efforts to attend the sick... Yeah, to attend the sick and dying among the poor has been difficult but necessary work. And lately the families of the dying have begun to accuse the crown of not truly caring for the diseased. It is my opinion that distributing coins touched and blessed by your royal hands may assuage these feelings. I lose 10, gain 250, gets royal touch. Popular opinion. Are there no sick houses? Yeah. An excellent idea. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's amazing. I got so lucky. A medical miracle. The powder was yellow and it had a delicious scent. I was distraught to see Walgrave mix it in with brimstone and sprinkle it over the still tepid gallbladder of a beaver. The animal had been found rabid, frothing from the mouth, exhibiting clear signs of the illness. We fight evil with evil, my lord. Strangely enough, I can no longer feel any symptoms. It is a miracle. You lose the trait Sunset Plague. Dude, I got horrendously lucky with that. Holy fuck. Isn't that crazy that I have to use the word horrendously when describing how lucky I am? Because that's exactly what happened. Like, holy shit. I'm so sorry. My bad. That was crazy, though. Absolutely insane. I need to start making money again. Please, everybody, just be okay. Please. I beg of thee. I might need my brother to go and do some shit. Increase county control in the capital. Yeah, see, everything's going up now. That's good. A new stewardship perk is available, and betrothed can now marry. Alana Korn, she developed Rude, but she's 4-star Prosperous Seneschal. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, she's developed the Rude trait, but that's alright. Maybe she'll talk some sense into this stubborn bastard. I love him, but it's fine. Send the proposal, proposal, there we go. That's what I meant. Doesn't matter. Yeah, that was diabolical. I can't believe we survived that. Ah, grand wedding. My lord Artus. They're being wed. They're both 38. Oh, the marriage of Florian Greysteel, my cousin, and Violet Worth. Of House Worth. Nice. You know what? I accept. Oh my, that's a lot of travel, and I can't afford all that. Alright, give me a second. Mercenary guards. Okay, so those guys are useless. A forter. Nope. Also useless. Forest guide. I can't wait. I'm just gonna have fun, I suppose. A council invitation. Steward of the Trident, I accept. Oh, look at that money boost, baby. Oh, that's amazing. Lord Otho Bracken is, oh, he likes us a lot. Title claimant. He has a claim on my lands? Oh, I guess so. Shit. Didn't know that. Otho the Brute. Ooh, we're gonna get an alliance with the Brackens. I know y'all hate to see it, because y'all hate the Brackens. Oh, he likes us too. Oh, Lord Stefan. Oh, their opinion of Lord Stefan. Got it. Yeah, his opinion. He's the disgraceful. He's a bold fool. And a fearless villain. That's interesting. Yeah, I think we're going to get Hendry to marry the Bracken girl. Or to be betrothed to the Bracken girl. We'll see how that turns out in the long run. But it should be fine, I think. Hopefully it works out for us in the long run. But for now, we're going to get that marriage alliance with the Brackens, which is good. Perhaps we can make one even with the Blackwoods. Edmund Blackwood. Brendan Blackwood. Nah, they won't accept that. Yeah, they won't accept. Worth a try, though, I think. But that's alright. Alright, so the Wents aren't interested either. Oh, no. Stevern Frey died of the spring sickness. Damn, we could get an alliance with the Freys. It's not a lot, but it would be interesting to have the Freys on our side. So, who knows? That'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool. We could host them as an honored guest. Oh, wife falls pregnant. Nice. Good for them. It's time. Lord Carl Worth. Carl. Dynastic doubts. I worry for my nephew, Damon says. Yeah, surely you see the alliance with House Worth must come before his happiness. What of it? Leave love to the bards. Oh my god, what happened? She's wounded. Congrats. Great heavens. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Alright, I'm gonna try and make friends with Lord Walder. Oh, Lord Otho's Hunt. We're also gonna go make friends with the Brackens again. Oh, the hunt was cancelled. To war! To war! Call Lord Otho's captains as they thunder past, their horns bellowing and banners flashing brilliant against the sky. That boar Lord Stefan has no regard for our hunt, it seems. The event is to be cancelled as the Lord sends for his levies and prays to the warrior for victory. A hunt is a noble and worthy amusement, but the call to arms rings louder than any other. What a travesty. Alright, so it's to be war then. Attacking Lord Stefan of the Trident and the war against the tyranny of Lord Stefan. Oh, great heavens. I have another son, Franklin Hastings. Franklin is a cool name, but not for our noble house. Andrew is not bad. Owain Hastings is not bad. Gaston. We're gonna name him Horace after our fallen friend and our knight, Horace Hawley. So he is now Horace Hastings. Yeah, speaking of, I have not pinned any of my other children yet. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah. Ala Hastings is 8. Hollis Hastings is 7. She is bossy. Get her pinned. Hendry Hastings is 3. He is rowdy. Nice. Let's get him educated in martial education. It's totally fine. We're actually going to send him to go and be educated by his uncle. Yeah, Sir Damon. Yeah, Hendry. There we go. Hendry Hastings now being educated by his uncle, Damon. Sir Damon. Meanwhile, we now have Horace Hastings as well. And he can be educated by me. I don't want to fight against the Brackens. That sucks. These are my allies. I just made allies with these people. Oh shit. A realm at war. King Maker has declared war on Captain Aemon, the Golden Dragon of House Blackfire. I must choose to pledge myself to the King Maker of the Seven Kingdoms' cause to stay loyal to Captain Aemon, or stay neutral and let the tide of time guide my decisions. Lord Stefan has chosen to support the crown. Yeah, death to the Blackfire. Look at King Maker. God, he looks cool as fuck, dude. The spiked crown, the red cloak, the black armor. Dude looks sick as fuck. I love the Honeywiner armor for the Blackfires, though. It really does look like a lesser version of the Valyrian steel plate. And I think that just adds so much to the dynamic of, like, the conflict between the two houses. I think it's really, really badass. Anyway, sorry, aesthetics aside, speaking of aesthetics, though, this is the armor that we chose for our character. Yeah, I think it's pretty badass. But yeah, glory to King Maker. The rebels will pay dearly. Yeah, King Maker shall get all of my men. We'll raise all of our armies. My brother will lead the charge. I'm also currently fighting somewhere. Holy shit. The Harlaws are also attacking. So that's interesting. All I have are levies, so it's probably just a really good chance that my captain will die, unfortunately. Yeah, let's send our men south. Oh, he's taking away my position. No! No! Give me council rights. And I'll give you more levies. Oh, I was beaten down by the Brackens. Oh, you fuckers. Alright, send these men home. I didn't even realize we got intercepted like that. That's crazy. Ooh. With suspicion. I took Alla out playing with a bow, and to my surprise, she ran into a wounded doe. She later lashed out at me, thinking I had staged the whole encounter as some kind of test. Then show me that you could have felled an animal yourself. Gains the trait ambitious. Yeah, I'm gonna take yeah, I'm gonna take some stress, but I want to give her the best possible personality traits that she'll need to be successful in this crazy world. So, we're gonna make her ambitious. Because, of course, when has an ambitious woman ever been cause for concern, you know what I'm saying? Damn, it is all-out war. There's a lot of peasant uprisings in the aftermath of the Great Spring Sickness. So, wife falls pregnant, Lady Gara. King Aemon the Golden Dragon, Blackfire. That was odd. I was about to say he's got the Bracken symbol. But I think it's because he was being backed by, Aemon Blackfire. Sickly and delicate. Oh, poor lad. So be it. Yeah, the Iron Throne is whole under the rulership of, King Maekar the First of House Targaryen. Long may he reign. Ooh, family feast companionship. Tonight's family gathering at the Great Hall in Crimson Keep was quiet for once. It gave me time to catch up with my friend Galria. As the evening wore on, more and more of the family retired, though honestly we barely noticed. We regaled each other with stories. I talked off my plans for gains, and she listened with rapt attention. She told me of the various goings-on in the castle, little things I rarely hear of. I nodded along and pretended to understand her concerns. By the time we stopped, both of us realized that everyone else had gone and was dark. Galria, Jesus, apologizing that she'd monopolized so much of my time, but to tell the truth, it felt good to spend time with such a friend. Nice. We didn't become best friends or anything, but that's fine. I can end my regency. Thank you, beloved wife. I am here now. I can declare wars. Grey Gallows. Oh, free the slaves. I see. Okay. No, Lord Lewis of Pink Maiden. Ah, interesting, but no. Actually, I'm realizing I also haven't been trying to get claims on my next target, which should be Brandstone. And then maybe Fair Market even. No, because that's going to put me at war with a High Lordship, and they have men-at-arms, which I do not. Yeah, we're starting off with a really slow startup to this series so far, but I think it's working in our favor in a way that we need it to. So, jumping the gun isn't going to help us anytime soon. So, I do believe that we're kind of on the right path here for the most part. We can get apiaries. Yeah, apiaries is going to give us big money, and then the trade port is also going to give us big money. Yeah, and then we can start to hold feasts in this county, or in this holding, for minus 10%, which is cool. So I think we're going to go ahead and construct the apiaries for that plus 2.5 or 0.25%, I think. Fuck, he's taking my position away again. Little bastard. Alright, there. Now we're no longer at war with anybody, which means hopefully the Lord Walder Frey will accept a marriage pact between my oldest daughter and his son and heir. Nope. Too many existing alliances. Okay. I guess it makes sense. What if I offered him knight tutelage? Under Sir Damon. There we go. Nice. To the sensible Dalton, we are happy to accept your proposed squiring arrangement. Nice. Out here making friends with Walder Frey. Oh, did I send my brother to go and squire for him? Dude, that's ass. That's not what I wanted. I have another son. We are not naming him Brennard, please. There you go. Now we'll name this one Argoth. Damn. Reduced fertility again. That's crazy talk. Yeah, I guess I lost my damn marshal. That's some silly shit right there. But it's alright. We have options, so it's all good. Nice. 5 children so far. Not bad. Yeah. Alla, Hollis, Hendry, Horus, and Argoth. Nice. Yeah, 2 A's and 3 H's in the family. That's pretty interesting. I don't know why I decided that, or why I did that, if I'm being honest. I don't think it was intentional, really. But all in all, I think things are going quite fine. I do believe I'm going to end this episode here, however. I think this is a pretty interesting start to the... Ah, Joyeuse. His own wife. Or wait. No, it wasn't even his wife. Damn, but she died. She died of the spring sickness. That's so sad. A pretty slow start to the series so far, all in all. But I'm not mad at it. I think it's a pretty good. Oh, Lord Walder's hunt. Nice. When we come back, we will be taking part in this this hunt with the Lord Walder Frey. Hopefully, we'll be making some money and some shit's getting built as well. As it is, there's only 7 months left in the apiaries, which is not bad. We're gonna get that plus 2.5 a month, which I think is looking pretty good. So, without further ado, lads, always remember honor in service, glory in sacrifice. And I, Lord Dalton of House Hasting, Lord of Gains, will see you in the battles ahead. Goodbye, my hounds.